Welcome, ladies and gents, back to Face TV. Hello, James.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Time to go to the pistol round. We have x6tence and LGB. They're ready to play. It's going to be Overpass, Cash, and Mirage. And we're into the action. The action.
Boom. In a matter of seconds, just like that. So, as you can see, Team LGB just leaving spawn at the moment. Bomb still left in a passive position, trying to make sure they don't get caught unawares by the x6tence side, but nothing crazy coming out from x6tence just yet. Playing from the A site, 3 people, with one towards the connector sewer area, it seems. Actually, in fact, it's just going to be Misambani.
I missed him. The
jumping
general.
up and peeking.
The general, James.
With FlipiN doing the same. So, LGB, relatively new lineup here. Obviously, Rain being traded out. I think Mystic just signed very recently indeed as well. So, Mystic, RUBINO, jkaem, PRB, and Polly. You remember Polly from the old lineups here with RUBINO. Back in action together once again.
That's the flip side, though. That is what LGB are coming off of. In fact, we've had yeah, quite a few maps of LGB already today. And Overpass has not been shown yet. It's now discovered that push into the A-bomb site, and Kairi will start things off here. Frags from him, make it 3. Kairi looking at a good hold here by himself, but has he done enough damage here? His teammates need to clean up, and the general arrives onto the scene.
One-man disadvantage here for LGB. Bomb on the floor as well. 13 seconds remaining, so this is looking kind of ropey for them. It's going to be hard to find 3 guns and get the plant, but plant they will, actually. Very surprising, and x6tence going to go for the safer post-plant attack. But it's just down to 1v1 now. PRB versus FlipiN. FlipiN's going to try and get in before the reload comes in. Can't do it, but he will get the kill and the defuse. So x6tence opting for the safer play there. Let them plant the bomb. Try and start to come in while they have a little disadvantage.
So it's going to be a good start here for x6tence. Able to get themselves good eco into the CT side. And this is actually a map whereby if you're a team that has your rehearsals and your set plays and stuff, it becomes quite viable to actually go for like a full pistol armor nade play, a set play into the B-bomb site. That's actually a possibility because of the strength of the Tech 9s and so on, and some of the running executes that are possible. We won't see it here from LGB, but it is something to look out for just in case you see it in the future. However, we'll have the single save here, and in fact they invested quite a bit into this considering that they will be buying next round, so, or that's the plan at least, after getting the bomb down.
A little bit more aggression here from x6tence, kind of disregarding long for the time being, but you had one player heading towards the toilets, but he has indeed moved back onto the site as well. So again, another passive round for x6tence. Safety in numbers, don't want to give up any guns, getting isolated by the LGB team on what they don't know if it's a force or an eco, but they're probably going to be expecting the eco considering the plant. So let's see if LGB can do anything with the long area that's been given to them. Mason in a position where he could get a nice spray down here. There's the first player, not expending that many bullets, gets dinked, and he will not get a second player. But they're going to have to cross the sniper rally to try and pick up that rifle. And 4A4 going to get that spray down. Only Polly and PRB remaining. Bomb is on the floor as well, and then we've got all the CTs coming in. So going to lose one player. The FAMAS isn't going to get picked up, actually. You can see Misambani still there with the MP7, but maybe he was out of position for it.
Indeed, indeed. Have to see if we get ourselves much damage done here from LGB with these AK-47s. Again, they invested in a few pistols in the previous round, so they don't have all that much in the way of grenades here. And see if we can get much of a response here from x6tence as well. They're going to go for an aggressive take. Looks like they are very passive, actually, across both bomb sites. They're giving up all of the A-long area, all the toilets and everything like that. They're playing on the sites, so no resistance at all. And you can see that part of the reason might be because they feel like, hey, we know we're up against AKs here. There is we have like a Tech 9 on Kairi, an MP7 and a FAMAS and 2 M4s. So the arsenal advantage is definitely with LGB as they close in on that A bomb site. Getting very close now. They can in fact getting the pick there. Lovely stuff actually. Secretron going to go down to the double peak, and in comes Kairi with the situation. LGB still trying to work their way in though. Quite difficult. Mason playing behind the smoke will pick up the bomber as well. It is now cast onto the floor as Misambani positions himself for an excellent kill there on the side. A lot of money made there as Polly comes in to do what he can, but it's a 2-on-1. RUBINO needs to clutch this now And it's absolutely possible here, but the time is slowly ticking away. 30 seconds left for him to make this work.
This is anyone's. He's still got control of the bomb, and it's heavily tagged Mason. Mason's going to have to be careful, going to have to play close to his teammate for the trade. Well, ideally, but FlipiN actually has left the building, gone all the way down into B. So location unknown for RUBINO. And Mason's going to just try and hold an angle as there are 10 seconds left and RUBINO pretty much has to commit to the plant here. It's not going to be easy. You can see him trying to go for a sneaky plant in the corner, but he's going to get taken out by Mason. So the clean sheet continues here for existence.
Indeed. So it was actually done also with a fairly defensive round. He did have somewhat of a resistance towards the toilet area, but generally speaking, it was not as forward as you sometimes see. We see a lot of CT sides, they will push players as far as party, and what that does is it allows you as a CT side to actually place a player in connector or to have presence in connector, which will really cut off the options of the Ts. And that's a very important distinction to make, as we do see the pistols coming into play, and they are just pushing in pace now, looking to make their way up towards the toilets, towards the park area as well, towards the A-bomb site. But here is Existence once again. Good positions. Gonna try to make themselves known. Great spray down Mason. Trying to just mow them down, but it's actually a pretty good series of trades, considering they're just on pistols.
You can see Mystic, last man standing in the long area with the P250. And he's going to be running, which is an interesting choice because he's got a minute left on the clock. And with 3 people, he could still do a considerable amount of damage there, potentially win the round. So I think maybe he could have used the time to his advantage, unless he thought they knew where he was. But there we go, because obviously he's going to reveal his location to people if they're in the toilet area. They will hear him running past. So now we're going to see the full buy for both teams. The full buy, we've got the AWP on Kairi. And let's see the formation from Existence as now their true intentions should be revealed. So they've got 2 players going down along as opposed to how they approached it previously. But with all the people coming in from LGB, they may be in trouble. If they have to retreat, then they're going to be in a nasty place. They've got 1 player hiding behind a tree. Kairi misses his shot. Now his teammates left in no man's land, but he's going to get the first frag onto Mystic. Support coming back from Kairi now with 3 LGB players looking to challenge. Meanwhile, PRB's in the toilet. That pop flash's going to come out, but he's going to lose the duel to PRB.
But Kairi could even things up here if they don't take care of the angles. But it's all about the experience here. Got to know exactly how these angles, what you're safe against, how you can approach without getting caught off by a player playing up there with the AWP. But LGB slowly closing in now. There's 50 seconds left for them to make a play into the bomb site. And they haven't shown much of a desire to actually switch things up towards B at the moment. And Kairi, again, could make this very, very problematic indeed. And there it is. Takes down jkaem, thinning out the push before it can even hit the A-bomb site. And now things are starting to get a little bit more desperate. They need to make a move. 30 seconds left now. Sigurdsson are going to be able to take down 1. The trade is coming in, but still advantage into Existence as the nades are going to come in at a flurry. Kairi is looking, scanning for a player in the smoke, and there it is. It's going to be the no-scope that does it. 5-0, and Existence are looking to be in good shape at the moment. And we'll see if they can actually keep the ball rolling at the moment. We do have a situation whereby LGB are kind of stretched for catch. We see a Tech 9, bunch of nades. This would be a really good round to maybe test out the B executions and see if they can get something done in that area of the map. Indeed, they might be going for this here. We do see no Molotovs though, which is particularly useful. But here it is, bursting out into the sewers area. Nice nade tossed over the top, gonna get a little whisper of health away from Mystic and RUBINO, but as you see the entire team still converging in the sewers area. Now, Existence a little bit worried actually of the A side of the map as well, interestingly, are actually all the way on the A-bomb site. They haven't got any forward control here, so for all they know, LGB could actually be pushing back towards A, because they don't have that connector area under lock. So LGB with still looking for that opening. Not going to find it just yet. FlipiN with a nice response. And still, where is the opening here for LGB? What is the plan here for LGB? Just looking at these picks, going in 1 by 1. Existence handling it fantastically. And it's going to be, well, there it is. Close to the round now, as we have 2 HP on PRB. Actually was surprised that he got that kill, but still. Accessible. Great shot there by Kairi. And really, we have to question, what was the plan there for LGB? They ran us 5 into the sewers, and then it felt like that they were unsure of how to develop the play.
Again, Overpass is a map where it can be very common to see scores such as 13-2. It's not easy on the T side, although say it's not many teams who have the advanced approach on the map as of yet. Still early days for it. And now we have a different formation for Existence. So they've got 2 players towards Birthday Party. Kind of a potential rotation role for Sucatron here between Birthday and Connector should his teammates require it. But he's going to be stuck behind the toilets as all the LGB players are coming in on the Force Buy. And that may bode good or bad for FlipiN. I think he's just hiding in the toilets here. Where it's Mason, in fact. So he's going to safely get out of there, but that could have gone horribly wrong. Could have given the Norwegians an M4. Sucatron going to get the first frag onto jkaem to get taken down by PRB. Nobody for support for the trade. So possibly a little bit too close there.
And this is a very strong lineup, actually, as far as Spanish teams are concerned, I gotta say. Got a lot of names, names in here, and it's like their defense on A is actually starting to melt away. Nice wearing at them. Gonna have the Tech9 picking up another frag there, thanks to Mystic. And one will get planted. So, and Kairi, there's not much for them to really accomplish here. I mean, they can't easily get themselves into position. FlipiN will try a quick frag if he can actually get lucky and maybe get a quick frag abuse, a couple poor positions, then they can make it happen. Otherwise, Kairi won't invest his AWP to make this work. Oh, supposed to play a great shot there from Kairi. The quick scope comes into play as FlipiN moves forwards and tries to do the damage. It's just Kairi left alive, trying to bait them out with the defuse, but one more frag, but time is against him now as he goes for the fake flash. Again, trying to bait out the last player, and at the very least trying to get the damage in, and he might even escape, so wow, that's actually amazing there. In a 2-on-4 situation, Kairi and FlipiN able to kill all the remaining players at the cost of 1. So that actually is awesome because the AWP is still with Kairi.
I feel like the CT positioning there was a little bit sloppy. Maybe it was a communication issue, I'm not sure, but you saw the second player. You saw the second player for Existence who went down. He was running backwards into long without looking there, without anybody for cover, no flashbangs, anything, and he just got killed for free. I think they were playing too close in the toilet area for too long as well, considering LGB are on the force, so it could have been easier for Existence. But again, damage was done. But still, LGB on the AKs, and they get the first frag as well onto Myrbostad.
But the trade is coming in. We got FlipiN with a nice response, and they could reclaim sewers if they wanted. But there's going to be a smoke off on short there. So LGB's they could really save this and redeem the round by taking over the toilets area. They have to contest with Mason to do so. He is the problem man.
Again, he was quite deep without support there, but this time he's backing up in good time, because if he went down, he would be probably traded by the Ts with no answer from the CTs. 3 versus 3 now, and still 45 seconds on the clock for LGB to do something. Safety numbers all approaching the A side together. Mason doing a good job there, attacking RUBINO down quite a lot as well. So there's going to be a split rotation here, Sucatron and FlipiN coming from opposite directions, and this may pay off very well indeed. And there's the first part, FlipiN coming in, getting both the frags.
What a beautiful angle there, and FlipiN in hero mode in this round. We had an interesting story where basically
Tell me a story, Dan.
LGB they're trying to push the A side of the map and the B side at the same time, looking for picks. On the A side of the map, they were able to get their picks happening, but on the B side, it was all FlipiN. He was completely decimating them every time they poked. Every time an advantage would be found for LGB on the A side, FlipiN would equalize it on the B side of the map. So, of course, then he comes in on the flank and finishes it off and gets the quad kill. But that seemed to be, again, a little bit... the effort was quite dispersed.
Worth noting there that FlipiN just delayed the defuse to allow Sucatron to retrieve the AWP. So if you have time, don't go for a straight defuse. See what your teammates can salvage. Save you some money. Myrbostad got to stop messing around with the Q button because the rush is coming in from LGB. Once again, on somewhat of a force buy here. Some players with armor and Tech9, but it's not going LGB's way. Only one frag onto Myrbostad. Mason getting tagged. He needs support from his teammates. Well, he will fall to FlipiN as well, holding down the B bomb site. The bomb's still in control of LGB, but they are stuck between a number of guns, and their options are limited.
Yeah, we got FlipiN with a committed angle, but he can get both kills, and that will be the end of the round. 8-1 now, and LGB don't seem to have much to say for themselves. We haven't seen a single execute, James, on either bomb site.
No, but their roster has had a bit of turbulence as of late. But I think Mystic's the only player to joined in the last few weeks, so who knows. But I feel like
the other thing as well is
this has been lacking for a while, actually, all the way back to Kiev, if you remember that with Virtus.Pro.
Well, the thing is, I think the biggest deal I would say for LGB has been that the leaders, like Xeves was the only stable leader they had, and since then, I mean, I'm not sure how the leadership has been working because they removed their leader, so Xeves left the lineup, and they've been mixing players here and there. They lost Michael and Rain, so either way, we're gonna have Ruben making the opening frag there towards Toilets on Myselsen. There is still 3 players left here for x6tence, and they are going for the rotate. There's no shenanigans here from LGB. They're just going for the straight up push, and they will do so clinically, as Myrbostad is now the only one left standing. However, they have a lot of money left in the bank, I believe, at least enough for another buy. Actually, no, there's been significant damage dealt by LGB on consecutive rounds, and that has caused issues here for x6tence's money, so definitely the save could be pretty important here for Myrbostad.
I'm curious to see if x6tence are going to change up their default now, because I think LGB have realised what Mason's doing, hiding behind that smoke in the toilets. You saw the flank came in. LGB got the first frag, but even if Mason got the first frag, there was a second play there for LGB to trade him straight away. What was your question?
I almost wondered if he's in a spot to ninja there, because there's basically a one-on-one situation on the bomb site very quickly. And Myrbostad was like hanging around, so I was thinking like, why would he hang around so close? Unless he's going to get an exit, well that's not going to happen. Or if he's trying to like ninja it. But no ninja. From the general. The general does not do ninjas.
Okay, so they've gone for the force here. Kairi picking up the AWP, and you can see that M4 being sorely missed now from that previous round. Although, oh, what a snap there by Kairi. Very good start indeed. And he's going to get into a safe position as well, which is very important. It's one thing to get the kill into connector, another thing to get away from there with your gun. But here comes the rush onto the B bomb site from LGB, completely clearing things up here. Got a rotation coming in from x6tence, 3 versus 3, all on both sides. Jacob in an advanced position, but that flash, I think they team flashed there, so it's going to be a free kill for x6tence. PRB going down as well to Kairi, all on Orc Bite, Mystic, excuse me. But I don't know if his position has been identified. Can Kairi hear him? He's going to announce himself now, and that's going to be 3 people surviving for x6tence, which is going to be much better than some previous rounds.
I think the flash actually came in from Sugatron from Suez, I think.
I only saw orange lines.
Oh really? Okay,
yeah.
maybe not then. Yeah.
I saw 2 orange lines. I didn't see any blue ones.
Yeah, that's a pretty catastrophic flash then. In that case, that would have that basically gave them the advantage into their retake. So, well, 9-2, and that's kind of nuts because economically speaking, x6tence were kind of crippled there. That was their last ditch attempt. That's where LGB could have essentially gotten to a point where they could get 6 to 7 rounds.
Yeah, we seem to be heading towards a 13-2 as well.
Yeah,
but we'll see if this round can be traded.
Kairi has a Guardian Angel, only getting tagged there, getting away with his life, and he's been putting in crazy amounts of fragging in for x6tence as well with the AWP. So for him to actually live is incredibly important, because the more shots that Kairi fires in a round, the more likely x6tence are to win that round. We have a situation now where, once again, LGB, they're very spread out. They actually have a player moving up long, very slowly but surely, and he's going to encounter, well, okay, I guess he's going to encounter Kairi, and again, Kairi moving around all over the place. Last time he was spotted was Suez, James.
That's a nice setup now from x6tence, and they have indeed changed things up. And this is looking pretty strong for now. I like how they got that first frag, then had the flash go in for the double peek with the players who were stacked. Looks well organized, but look at the trades coming in for both teams. LGB, 45 seconds on the clock, control of the bomb, and x6tence have to try and cover a lot of map with only 3 players. The AWP's been lost as well. So we'll see if things get more difficult. LGB, though, just kind of charging around. Norwegian elephants.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying what we're seeing so far from x6tence's defense, especially some of the AWPing. And Myrbostad is very handy with an AWP as well. Bomb is going to be planted, though, for Team LGB. Can they pick up a round here? 3 on 3. FlipiN already close range, going to be able to take down Polly from the water area. Oh, second frag found as well from FlipiN. Just jkaem left alive now. And okay, FlipiN's going to get it all done by himself. This guy has gone massive.
FlipiN egg, Dan. FlipiN egg. Dan. you got nothing to say anymore. 4 Molotovs here for the Existence side. Sucatron hailing from Colombia. The rest mostly Spanish.
I didn't know that actually.
Oh, Venezuela. Producer is giving me false information. Okay, so LGB on the force once again, trying to close the distance here towards the A site. You can see them all hanging around toilets, around that smoke. Looks like they're going to see if they can get a 2-pronged attack in. That's significant nade damage onto Mystic. But I don't know if it's Kairi in a position to check long. Indeed it is. So that's going to be alarm bells. Smoke's coming in as well. And we're going to see most of the CTs rotating towards the site. But how can they hold this? What a nice snap from Kairi. Picks out the CZ as well. One tap into the face of BRB. There's a third one. Where are the rest of the team? Is it all Kairi here?
Oh,
pretty much.
James, this guy is murdering people. Murdering all of them.
That was pretty beast. Especially against an eco where he's just pretty much standing there on his own.
Yeah, yeah, and
with the big green.
He's on 21 frags at the moment. That's actually insane. There's 14 rounds. He's got 21 kills.
So we'll see if the 13. We'll see if the 13-2 is on.
As long as FlipiN is on B and Kairi's on A, and even though we've seen Kairi moving around as well a lot, but there is insane fragging potential all over the shop for Existence. And the support from Mason, Myrbostad has been really good as well. And you can see that that's really happening. It's a great push here to actually mix things up against the buy round of LGB. That's caught them off guard completely. And now they're going to rest back to the more defensive play. Mason's going to pick up the frag onto Mystic as well. This is looking terrible right now for LGB. It's a beautiful, beautiful half here from Existence. I'm really impressed, I must say, with their general play here. And it's going to be Polly, jkaem, and RUBINO to try to save some face in this round. But from this position, they've got 58 seconds left on the clock. They don't have any control towards Suez.
They're nowhere near the bomb. In fact, before they've got a flank on the bomb. If you look at where FlipiN is actually, they need Polly to go and retrieve it. But if he's going to go over towards the B site, maybe he gets a kill, which opens up the round, or maybe he falls. Indeed, FlipiN's back's going to be turned and he will fall. Kairi coming in to take down jkaem. So 3 versus 2, and they have an idea of where the bomb might be going. RUBINO over a nice position. Again, trades here from Existence, keeping them a man ahead.
But Polly is going to go down as well. Sucatron is like, well, I have some friends who can frag, but don't forget me, I can also frag. But he's been generally in a support role, as is Mason, generally towards the kind of toilets area and the B area, generally speaking. And they've been doing a really good job there because they are keeping Kairi and FlipiN in these positions where they can safely frag and have escape options. And they haven't been doing like crazy aggressive pushes. They've been playing very smart together. I really, really respect that. Now we have a connected push coming in here from Existence. Much more aggressive play led into the round. Oh, and the flash is perfect. Mason's going to pick up the kill onto RUBINO, and they have a great crossfire in onto the remainder, which was Polly. And connected being cleaned up. Mystic, however, will claim a frag back onto Party, but still, it's small consolation right now because they need bigger results in this round to pull out the last one here. Or we will indeed see that 12-3.
13-2.
13-2, I mean.
Bomb is on its own for now, but relatively safe. I don't think we're going to see Existence pushing it too far. Sucatron rising out of the depths. But to no avail. 3 versus 3. All silent apart from the bell.
It's a really silent train, by the way.
I like that. I like the tick of that bell. It's like the calm before the storm. Have you seen the film Heat with Val Kilmer?
No.
Reminds me of that before the big heist, Dan. Before it all kicks off.
Okay, well, FlipiN is alive still. And play into the big box side. Oh my goodness, they are getting completely wrecked before they can get in there. Oh, this grenade could be good. Oh, indeed, it's going to blow up the remainder of LGB. And James, they collected 2 rounds on this half. That is, that's not very many rounds, James.
It's a common occurrence on this map, and I feel like it is. Absolutely, we see this all the time.
Well, is it a common occurrence? Well, across what level of teams though? Because I would wager that amongst the elite teams who know how to play the T side better and have more rehearsal on it with more standard lineups that they're used to playing with, that they're able to actually. Because we didn't see any.
How many teams?
James, we saw no A executes, no B executes. We just saw picks. the entire time.
I know, but I feel like there aren't many teams at the moment who have good strategies on the T side. I don't think for the most part they're developed yet. Again, we always go back to that.
It's not proliferated, the great ones.
We always go back to that old team of like MSL and Hunden, but we'll come back to that in a bit because the pistol round is on, and now it's Existence's turn to burst down the long area with 3 men. That's going to force LGB back. They're going to leave Polly in a crossfire position, although he's gone to peek long, and there's been a complete retreat from Existence. Polly is continuing. He's looking for that information. He wants to tell his team where to rotate. We've got FlipiN trying to keep the map control towards the B bomb site, making sure there are no flanks coming in from LGB, trying to pick up any cheap kills should the opportunity arise. And again, you can see Polly now down long, heading through towards toilets, which is going to allow his team to almost completely rotate towards B. Looks like they're putting 3 men on it already, and the 4th is going to join them. Polly with the flank as well. This could be a catastrophe for Existence.
Oh, not going to spot this in time. That's a free frag there for Polly from the back as the bomb tries to get its way into that B bomb site. But so far the push is laboured, it's arduous, it's not working out for them unless they come out huge with some pops to the heads of those CT players. Cannot go well, and jkaem with the backstab, and he's going to get the snap as well. LGB cleaning this one up nicely. There we go, we get the last frag from RUBINO as LGB pick up their pistol, but maybe Existence will show us that they've got some nice executes here. But I think you know, generally there's a lot of merit to what you're saying, and about the lack of proliferation of good strategy on this map in the top level.
Yeah, I don't think that it's as developed as we might like it to have been just yet. But it's a very I don't know if it maybe unusual map, for lack of a better word.
I think people just like to veto it all the time, and they rely on good CT halves, a bit like you know, Nuke, for example.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those actually.
I think that's a fair comparison.
Easy to put small amount of effort into the CT side and feel capable.
Yeah, so we've got a force here from Existence. Question is, you know, when you see a force from Titan, for example, you're expecting some serious strat to go with it, but are they just playing for picks? They're going to get the 2-on-1 and find a frag. jkaem looking for the flank, but he's been spotted, and that's massive for his team Existence. Going to have Sucatron completely exposed there, and he will fall to Jake. So that was an unfortunate for him, but the trades are coming in.
So much damage.
Guns have been picked up as well, and but look at the bomb. This is important. The bomb is completely out of position here, and that may be due to that duel with the Tech 9 versus the M4. Maybe that was a bad choice. But we will have to see how this progresses. The 2 LGB players playing quite far apart actually, so the trades might not be on if one of these guys goes down. And again, the Existence players have got armor as well. They picked up the bomb, and they're waiting. They think surely someone's going to emerge. But look, there's a massive flank coming in from A.
And jkaem is ready and waiting. He's setting up the trap, and it's going to be one of the 2 who's walking straight on into it. FlipiN is now on 2 HP, got no time. He needs to try and not die after time. In fact, they're not going to mess around. They'll just take him out. But they suffered huge losses there. 3 players went down, and the only problem there is that Existence didn't get the bomb planted. Had they got the bomb planted, it's very likely that they should just go for a buy again.
Yeah.
That extra $800 you can make. Again, if you have the place to go with it, you can play to your strengths, and you're not really playing at a disadvantage in that case, because that's the T side for you. On the T side, you can actually play away from the disadvantages, whereas with the CTs, they have to react in a lot of spots, and they are at the T's mercy in some senses. But it's going to be a very, very dirty stairwell here, filled with bodies, corpses, as Existence do make that their final resting place for now. 13-5 now, and LGB starting to look a little bit more comfortable, but the AK is going to come in, and they've got a good advantage on the picking game.
I think we're going to find out now what kind of half we are going to see. Are we going to see another 13-2 with LGB showing a strong CT side, or are we going to see more from Existence than we saw from LGB on their T side? Now is the time to find out. Existence probably wishing they had an AWP, but I think the CTs can have some solid angles on this map. You can see Polly there with the scouts at the moment. Not going to upgrade just yet. Going to be able to find out some information with those fast strafes and the jumps.
He's not landed a single tag. This is a really big deal. You would expect at least 1 or 2 tags at this point, and even maybe a frag or a headshot. And that means they pushed him all the way back to the site now with the AKs. They are getting closer and closer. And I guess just decoy. So now Polly, it's time going to be in a little bit of trouble. jkaem as well needs to get a clean kill here. Hold down the toilet's position and put the pressure on. That's it. That's exactly what he'll do. Now they can focus on long. Oh, there we go. That's what we're talking about. I guess the double there. Kill and wall bang into the next player. And now it's just flipping left. He needs to get 2 frags here. There's number 1. Needs the damage. Switching his attention around to the back. Ever paranoid of the flank. But he must get another kill before he goes down. I think that's much more valuable than just outright saving the weapon here. He needs to keep the economy down of LGB because the T's will have money.
Yeah, this is important, especially considering the first half and how we can often see these 13-2s the way the game is at the moment, or the map or the level of the teams. But he's going to die. Exit a lonely existence in the toilet stand.
Yeah,
Elvis style.
I mean, look, if he'd killed an extra player, it would be something like 3 players who don't really have money. Then you got a situation where if they kill like 2 again in this round and lose it, then even though they've just got Tech 9 armor, right, and it's kind of a save, they have a situation where on their next buy round, if they win, it's LGB have to actually eco just on that extra kill. Like, that makes a really big difference. But now to have the same effect, they'd have to kill 3 players in this round, which of course is much more difficult without the rifles.
Yeah, I think
Kevlar. Just to explain why I was saying that. Sorry.
I think the pressure game is very valuable on this map, considering how difficult it can be on the T side. 1 player down so far, Mystic falling, but Sukatron and Mason have been eliminated as well. Bomb still in control of LGB, but the range game is not going to be to their advantage here. Nice spray done by PRB. And RUBINO will come to finish things up. So
2 frags at least that's respectable. That is fairly respectable. That's not enough, James. It's not enough.
So LGB starting to catch up. 5 out of 5 so far. Look at all those CT rounds for both teams.
Anyway, 2 players with money though, 8k and almost 5k. So again, if they win this round, they're going to put LGB in a sore economic spot. They're going to try to go a bit quickly through the smoke here after the anti-push incendiary was dropped, and that's a bit of a tell, but they have to just get the picks now. Mason opening things up with a nice entry on the PRB. Kairi is going to follow from the back, but there is a player flanking him from the sewers, and he comes in, but Kairi takes him down. This is looking great here for Existence. They haven't dropped a single man just yet.
Okay, so Polly and jkaem to try and hold this down for their team. 4 versus 2, and there's still Polly stuck upstairs. Sorry, not Polly upstairs, it's Jake upstairs. Polly is gone for the flank here, so it looks like they're going for the damage. Polly finding the first frag, and he will just be hammering through that tunnel. So at least they could get the exits here, but it's going to be an important round for Existence, and 3 people down for LGB is going to be painful financially indeed. jkaem closing the distance. Is he going for a ninja defuse? It might not work out for him because they're still on the site, but who knows if they will manage to escape. So Existence take it to 14. And that was an interesting little thing they did in the monster tunnel, where they smoked off the flames, and then they waited, maybe to suggest that their push isn't coming, or if there were nades that were going to come in, etc. So they waited a few seconds and then charged through the smoke, which may have made all the difference. Have double the score of LGB at the moment, and if we can just look at the scoreboard, maybe we can see how much money the CTs have left, and look at that. Money's decimated for both teams, but again, it's going to be much more important for the CTs to have the cash. Going to have the choke point battle coming in there, and they are going to lose it. Trades coming in favour of the T's. PRB needs to find 2 frags, maybe even more, to keep his team in this.
So far though, it's not looking too hot, but PRB with a nice position. Smoke is down, and he's going to find an angle. Oh, they're lining up for him. Good damage dealt by PRB, and a frag to boot as we go even. And Mason comes in from the side with a nifty little frag onto jkaem as well. So the bomb is not planted. This gives CTs now somewhat of an edge to play with, but they are slowly disintegrating. But same can be said here for Existence. They're slowly wasting away. 43, 19, and 26 health. So looks like, James, we travelled forward in time.
Indeed, so Existence teleports a match point, and look at the money on LGB. You cannot be favouring them in this situation. They have 1 rifle, although it is a map where if they play their angles right, they have a lot of smokes actually. They could do it, but again, Dan, They've got 4 helmets when they could have spent that money on other items, on nades, on defuse kits. They don't have a single defuse kit.
Yeah, that's kind of an oversight. A lack of a kit. Indeed. Well, let's see if they can do something with this. They have 4 players towards B at the moment, so gambling a little bit towards B, which is fine. No aggressive push, and of course Existence would be ready for it if they did. They're playing anti-eco kind of methodology at the moment. Just defense, sticking together, playing trays, playing ranges. Now they find themselves in the sewers. Previously they have found sweet results at these very explosive pushes from short, and there it is. Another explosion straight onto the head of Polly with that AK-47 as FlipiN makes his way in, gets his second kill as well. Not looking too shabby indeed for Existence as they make their way in. Have good positions now. He's going to come in from the back, but he gets completely mauled there by Mason. This Mystic left alive, and he will go down, and 16-7 will be the final score as we will have a conclusion to map number 1. Map number 2 will be Cash between Existence and LGB. I would say that LGB are probably much more respectable than Cash. They've got a better CT side, I would say, and but it's still going to be the T side where LGB shine. Pretty much the story of LGB that we're used to, basically.
But is that based on old lineups or current lineup?
From what I saw today, as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take your word for it, Dan.
Because they played against Flipside earlier there, so yeah. All right, so guys, we'll take a quick break whilst we set up the next map, and we'll be back here very shortly on Face TV. Remember to follow the channel, and we'll see you after the break.